Hi, this is Kelly. Tonight's topic is about schizophrenia. And there's a difference between positive and negative schizophrenia. Negative schizophrenia is the worst because you're not in tune in reality that much. You're sitting there mumbling to yourself and you're completely withdrawn from reality and you can barely function. And that's a very unfortunate thing. Positive schizophrenia, on the other hand, is more positive. Of course, the word positive. With the right treatment, a person with positive schizophrenia can function in a world. But part of them is not in reality and part of them is. So they're balancing between non-reality and reality. And sometimes with people that have schizophrenia, they have paranoid schizophrenia, where they always think somebody's after them, the government is out to get them, they think the world thinks they're a terrorist. They think all this distorted thinking sometimes. Sometimes they hear voices. Sometimes they see things. Sometimes they have delusions, which is a terrible situation. I have two friends that had schizophrenia. Of course, I'm not going to reveal their real names, but I had a friend named David. He had schizophrenia. He had terrible panic attacks. He's been having schizophrenia since he was in high school. He's been misunderstood by his family. His father used to kick his ass and threw him out of the house and treated him like a punk, which is a terrible thing, which made him worse. And then later on in life, he used to be a pizza delivery guy, and that worked well for him for a while until things got more advanced with technology, and he had to learn that, and he had a hard time, and he lost the job. And then about a few years back, I helped him get a job. I said, well, you can handle this. Working at Liberty Tax Service, holding a sign. No pressure, no stress. He was only able to work 10 hours a week, at best. He had a hard time working there because he was experiencing severe panic attacks. And I asked him, well, what's doing it? The traffic, the noise. So after that, he couldn't work anymore. And then I have another friend. Her name is Sally. And she always heard voices and she would tell me, well, I just like to listen to their conversation. And she would have distorted thinking. She would think the people on television were talking to her. That sounds funny, but, it's not a funny situation. She would think the government's after her. And a lot of times I remember hanging out with her a few times, and half the time she'd be talking about a totally different subject that I'm talking about. And then sometimes she didn't make sense half the time. She would just talk about things that made no sense. And that's what can happen with a schizophrenic person. So, these are the things happens, and if you know anybody like that, especially a loved one, please be supportive. Don't give them a hard time. Help them. Either help the person or find someone else to help them and leave them alone. Thanks for watching.